India is signatory to the United Nations Sustainable Development Agenda 2030, which seeks to reach 17 identified goals, SDGs, based on the principles of leaving no one behind, and reaching the furthest behind first. Out of 248 SDG indicators across the SDG goal areas, 44 are directly linked to children. Marginalized children are the most vulnerable members of society, which means we need to reach all children everywhere. The Constitution of India, in its ratification of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, guarantees certain rights for all children. These rights, when fulfilled, create a healthy, safe, non-discriminatory environment and ensure that children are treated with care, respect, dignity, and are protected against all forms of discrimination, abuse, and exploitation. Children are the futures of any country, no more so than in India, where children constitute 39% of India's population. Global evidence shows that investment in children has intergenerational benefits. When we care for and invest in children, health outcomes improve, incomes rise, economies grow, societies become more cohesive, and the entire country prospers, generation after generation. To support Panchayati Raj institutions reaching the SDGs, the expert group constituted by the Ministry for Localizing SDGs created 9 themes from the 17 SDGs for Panchayati Raj institutions. Theme 3 is vital for child participation and child rights and aims to create child-friendly gram panchayats for promoting equality and child service delivery in villages. This lays the foundation on empowering children and youth, especially girls, as a prerequisite to achieve all the SDGs. Panchayats as local government have a crucial role to play in creating an enabling environment for the fulfillment of child rights. A child-friendly panchayat can truly support children to grow and realize their full potential as citizens and as human beings, allowing them to participate in local development processes. Decentralization allows policymakers and elected representatives to reach citizens and incorporate their voice into local policy making. Such accessibility enhances transparency, and transparency contributes to good governance. Gram Sabha, village general assemblies, are the fulcrum of the Panchayati Raj and village development. They enable people in rural areas to give inputs to development programs in their communities and influence local decisions based on citizens' priorities. To further strengthen child and gender-friendly practices and policies with local governance, the Ministry of Panchayati Raj with UNICEF support is helping states in making Gram Sabhas vibrant. We support holding women and child assemblies, Mahila Bal Balika Sabhas, and these are critical aspects to this process. These Sabhas can be held before and inform the Gram Sabha on key issues. In 4 states, UNICEF is partnering with the National Institute of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj and State Institutes of Rural Development and Panchayati Raj to organize Bal Sabhas and Mahila Sabhas. These focused discussions are facilitated among the Bal and Mahila Sabhas in order to identify women's and children's priorities and get them incorporated into the Gram Panchayat development plans for resource allocation, implementation, and monitoring of progress. The objective of the intervention is to ensure statutory mainstreaming of the Bal Sabhas and Mahila Sabhas in 4 states through amendment of the Panchayati Raj Act. Women's and children's priorities will be identified in at least 40 Gram Panchayats on a pilot basis, especially during health and humanitarian emergencies. The priorities will then be integrated into the Gram Panchayat development plans on a sustainable basis. The specific activities of the intervention include advocating with state departments for necessary and statutory support to the Bal Sabhas and Mahila Sabhas. Also to support the state departments of Panchayati Raj in preparing the rules and guidelines for institutionalizing Bal Sabhas and Mahila Sabhas in Gram Panchayats. The specific objective also includes building the capacity of women and children for their optimal contribution in the process, especially in light of limited participation in women in Gram Sabhas, largely due to social customs and traditions. This will ensure enhanced Gram Panchayats focus on the welfare of individual families, especially those with children from birth to 6 years. Much has already been achieved. Gram Panchayat level awareness programs have been conducted with various stakeholders, including ASHA workers, ward members, department officials. Participants learn about the Bal Sabhas, Mahila Sabhas, and the importance of their participation in it. Mahila Sabhas have been conducted where women are given awareness on issues such as gender equality, mental well-being, domestic violence prevention, and ensuring 50% representation of women on standing committees. The women discussed various issues which included provision of skill development training, training on leadership development, and public speaking. During the Bal Sabha, the children discussed their requirements such as libraries, playgrounds, toilet facilities, career counseling, and clean drinking water. The children are also empowered with knowledge of Child Protection Acts. As India works towards reaching the SDGs and meeting its commitment to child rights, let us take a moment to celebrate the power of this grassroots initiative. May this endeavor of making villages women, child, and youth-friendly, and of harnessing the valuable voices of women and our young people, gather momentum and strengthen the empowerment of all women, children, adolescents, and youth in rural India, so that no child is left behind.